It's quiet.
Shabbat Shalom, everyone.
Shabbat Shalom.
Okay, that was not, we can do better than that. Shabbat Shalom, everyone.
Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom.
Oh, we are so glad that you are with us for our Shabbat morning service at Temple Akiba, during which Maia is becoming a bat mitzvah. It's so meaningful to be together after so long of being separated physically, even though spiritually we are always connected. And we've got this window of opportunity that we can be here together in person in this beautiful outdoor space. My name is Rabbi Zach Shapiro, and I'm here with Cantor Lani Freilich and our cantorial intern, Liz Baseman, and we welcome you. We welcome you to this holy space at this holy time. We offer gratitude to Sienna. Sienna, where are you? Who greeted everyone as you walked in. She's a member of the class, and it's one of the greatest mitzvot that we can do to welcome people in so that they don't feel like a stranger. Sienna, you did such a beautiful job at this. Friends, this morning is a journey, and a couple of things to help us along the way. You all brought a phone with you, I'm sure. Please make sure that the phone is in the silent mode, so that it doesn't ring during the service, and keep the phones away. You don't need to take photos. We have a professional who will be capturing the moment for us. Everyone should have a blue prayer book. If you don't, just raise your hand and we'll find one for you. Okay, great. Our service will be mostly guided by the prayer book, especially for those who are watching via Zoom. We're going to ask you to do us a favor. Write in the chat box, when the Spirit moves you, something
Love participation. We love to hear you sing along with her, whether Maia's leading or our cantorial intern or myself or Rabbi. We love to hear you. She's not leading for you, but she wants to lead with you. We all want to lead with you. So whether you know the words or the music, it doesn't matter. You have the prayer book in front of you. If you don't have the prayer book in front of you and you're at home, you can just sway to the music or just sing la la la, but we'd love for you to participate.
And we're getting the thumbs up. Those of you who are at home via Zoom, just put a thumb up if you can hear and see us. Awesome, thank you. So I'm not sure what you lost from Zoom. I'm gonna say it again. Those who are watching from home, if at some point during the service, we encourage you to add your greetings that we can then share with Maia. Say something about Maia that you love. Say Mazel Tov, tell us where you're from. And at a couple points in the service, Cantor and I will add your thoughts in. It's one way that we can bridge this gap between there and here. We're going to open with the singing of Hine Matov. How wonderful it is that we're all here together as one family. In your prayer books, it's on page 70, page 70, everyone.
And before we start, just one more note for those of you on Zoom. If you could make sure that you stay muted throughout the service, that will help us as well. Thank you.
Maia, at the age of 89, your great-grandmother became an adult bat mitzvah. How awesome is that? To be a matriarch in your family and to do this at such an incredible age. The talit that she used and she had at her bat mitzvah at the age of 89 is the talit that your parents are going to present to you today. So we invite you and your mom and dad forward. We're on page 72, everyone, page 72, as we prepare to put Grandma Regina's talit on you.
As I wrap myself in the talit, I fulfill the mitzvah of my Creator. Bless Adonai, O my soul, Adonai my God, how great you are. You are robed in glory and majesty, wrapping yourself in light as in a garment, spreading forth the heavens like a curtain. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, asher kichanu b'mitzvotav, v'tzivanu lehitatef batzitzit. Blessed are you, Adonai our God, Sovereign of the universe, who halls us with mitzvot, commanding us to wrap ourselves in the fringes.
Turn around. Kiss. Like that. Kiss each side.
I definitely forgot how to do this.
Oh, okay. You got it. You got it. You got it.
Here we go.
Nailed it.
Arms on the outside. Okay, the most important thing is to hug mom and dad.
Yeah.
For the very first time, Maia put on a talit as a commanded Jewish adult. And whenever we do something for the first time as Jews, we offer a blessing of thanksgiving. It's called a shehechianu. It thanks God for giving us life and sustaining us and getting us to this moment. It's on page 344, page 344 of our prayer books.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam שהחיינו וקיימנו והגיענו לזמן הזה. ברוך אתה אדוני אלוהינו מלך העולם שהחיינו וקיימנו והגיענו לזמן הזה.
We turn now to page 84 of our prayer books, and there are a series of blessings called the Nisim B'chol Yom. These are the miracles that we can encounter each and every day. We harness these miracles just through opening our eyes and realizing what's out there. Maia will be chanting a number of these blessings, and we can respond by singing Amen. Baruch atah Adonai.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam she'asani b'tzelem Elohim.
Amen.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam she'asani bat chorin.
Amen.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam she'asani Yisrael.
Amen.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam ozer Yisrael b'gvura.
Amen.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam oter Yisrael b'tifara.
Amen. Continuing now with the Chatzi Kaddish, we are on page 106.
יתגדל ויתקדש שמי רבה.
Amen.
ועלמא דברה חירותי וימליך מלכותי. בחייכון וביומכון ובחיי דכל בית ישראל. בעגלה בעגלה ובזמן קריב ויאמרו
Amen.
יהי שמי רבה מבורך לעולם ולעולמי עולמיה. יתברך יתברך וישתבח ויתפאר ויתרומם ויתנשא ויתהדר ויתעלה ויתהלל שמי דקודשה
B'richu.
לעילה מן כל ברכתה ושירתה.
Tushbechata v'nechemata tamiran b'yalama.
ויאמרו
Amen. Before we continue with our liturgy, just Maia, we want to share some of the messages that have already come through to you. All right, here's the most important message that came through. No sound. The next one, lost video and sound. But okay, let me start with a real one here. This is from Nancy Berg. Mazel tov, Maia, with love from Nancy and Rob.
And from Betsy Andrews, Mazel tov, beloved niece. We are so proud of you. Love Auntie Betsy and Uncle Steve.
From Judy Haber, Mazel tov, Maia, we wish we were with you.
And Mazel tov to Maia and your whole family. Love Ellen and Ron.
From Robin Rosoff, Mazel tov to Maia, we're so proud of you. Love from your cousins Robin and Ricky from Ithaca, New York.
You are doing great. Mazel tov, Uncle Mitch and Aunt Barbara.
From Robert Andrews, Mazel tov, love your Boston cousins. Yay, Red Sox, okay? Hold on. Rob, Ron, Erez, and Ilan, we are so proud of you and cannot wait to celebrate with you in person soon.
From Andrea, I'm not sure how to pronounce the last name, Gauze, thank you. May you continue to go from strength to strength, Mazel tov.
And from Debbie Lipkin, Mazel tov to the entire Goldman family.
And from Craig Colfeld, We love you. Welcome to adulthood. Love your Brooklyn cousins.
Oh my gosh, we've got Brooklyn and
Wow.
Boston in the same space. Wow. Okay. Keep the love coming in, everyone. We're going to continue with our liturgy in the book on page 108. We invite all who are able to please rise for our formal call to worship.
Baruch Adonai Hamvorah.
Baruch Adonai Hamvorach Leolam Vaed.
Continuing now with our formal call, our formal prayer, the watchword of our faith. It's the Shema Yisrael. At Temple Akiba, we have a tradition. We make the letter Shin with our hands like this. It's kind of putting 3 fingers in the air, and we cover our eyes. You can choose to look through the fingers at the words on the page, or you can close your eyes and just internalize how important it is to talk about the unity of our people and of the world. Shema Yisrael, again on pages 114 and 115.
Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. Baruch Shem Kevod Malchuto Leolam Vaed.
Please be seated, everyone. Maia continues chanting on page 116.
ואהבת את אדוני אלוהיך בכל לבבך ובכל נפשך ובכל מאודיך. והיו הדברים האלה אשר אנוכי מצווך היום על לבביך, ושינתנתם לבניך ודיברת בהם, בשבתך בביתך ובלכתך בדרך ובשוכבך ובקומך, וקשרתם להיות על ידיך, והיו לטוטפות בין עיניך, וכתבתם על מזוזות ביתך ובשעריך, למען תזכרו ועשיתם את כל מצוותי, והייתם קדושים לאלוהיכם. אני אדוני אלוהיכם, אשר הוצאתי אתכם מארץ מצרים, להיות לכם לאלוהים. אני אדוני אלוהיכם.
Amen. We turn to page 121. 121. We're going to read responsibly in English. I'll take the first paragraph, and if the congregation can take the indented paragraphs. The eternal truth is that you alone are God, and there is none else.
May the righteous of all nations rejoice in your love and exult in your justice.
Let them beat their swords into plowshares and their spears into pruning hooks.
Let nation not lift up sword against nation, nor learn war anymore.
You shall not hate your brother or your sister in your heart.
The stranger that sojourns with you shall be accepted as your equal, for you were strangers in the land of Egypt.
Why do you crush my people and oppress the poor, asks God.
We know that the Eternal One defends the poor and upholds the right of the needy.
Praise to God Most High.
Blessed is God and deserving of blessing.
The Micha Mocha prayer is on page 122. 122.
Micha Mocha Ba'elim Adonai, Micha Mocha Nedar B'Kodesh, Nora Tehillah Osefele.
Maia, you're doing such a great job so far. Take a deep breath. Everyone take a deep breath. Our service is like a pilgrimage coming up a mountain, like a hike. And when we get to this next prayer, the Amida, It's kind of like we're at the top of the mountain and we begin together in a communal experience, but then we enter a moment of silence. And it's like sitting on that mountaintop and looking at the journey that you've come on, but also preparing for the journey in front of you. Maia will be leading us in the first couple of blessings, and then we'll continue with a third blessing together, but then we'll go into that moment of silence so that we can restore our own souls. We ask that all who are able, that you please rise again on page 124.
Adonai sefatatif tahu v'yagid tehilatecha. Adonai, open up my lips, that my mouth may declare your praise. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu, Elohei Avotenu v'Imotenu, Elohei Abraham, Elohei Yitzchak, Elohei Yaakov, Elohei Sarah, Elohei Rivka, Elohei Rachel, Elohei Leah, Ha'el Hagadol, Hagibor v'Hanora, El Elyon, Gomer Hasadim Tovim, Lekonei Hakol, Bezoher Hasdei Avot V'Imahot, Lumei V'Gula Livnei V'neihem, L'main Shemo Be'ahava, Melech Ozer U'Mashiach U'Magin, Baruch atah Adonai, Magen Avraham Ezrat Sarah, Atah Gibor Le'olam Adonai, Mehayei Hakol Atah Rab Lehoshia, Mehayel Hayim Bechesed, Mehayei Hakol Berahamim Rabim, Somech Noflim Berafei Cholim, Umatir Asurim, Umekayem Emunato Lishanei Armi Hamoha Bagivurot, Umido Melach, Melech Meimitu Mehaye Umatzniya Yeshua, Nemanata Lehayot Hakol, Baruch atah Adonai Mehaye Hakol.
Page 130, everyone.
נקדש את שמך בעולם, כשם שמקדישים אותו בשמי מרום, הכתוב היה נביאך, וקרא זה אל זה ואמר, קדוש, 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 אדוני צבאות, מלוך כל הארץ, כבודו. אדיר, אדירנו אדוני, אדוננו מאדיר, שמך בכל הארץ, ברוך כבוד אדוני ממקומו. אחד הוא אלוהינו, הוא אבינו, הוא מלכנו, הוא מושיענו והוא ישמיענו, ורחמיו לעיני כל חי. אני אדוני אלוהיכם, ימלוך אדוני לעולם, אלוהי ציון, לדור ודור, הללויה. לדור ודור נגיד גודלך, ולנצח נצחים קדושתך נקדיש, ושבחך אלוהינו מפינו לא ימוש, לעולם ועד. ברוך אתה אדוני האל הקדוש.
We invite you all to take your own silent space. You can use the words in the prayer book from pages 132 to 142 as a guide, or else just take that opportunity to listen to your own hearts. And when you're finished with your own prayer, you may be seated. We're going to invite all of the members of Temple Akiba's religious school and youth to come forward to help us make our way out of this silent prayer. They're going to come forward, leave your books where they are. And there are a lot of hand movements to this next prayer, so we ask everyone at home and in the congregation, to all Temple Akiba kids, not over there, over here, everyone. Go right in front of the bima.
All the way over here. And Miles.
So we invite you at home and those of you who are here to follow along with the hand movements. Well, Shabbat Shalom again, everyone.
Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom. It's incredible to be here through a service of prayer, and we're about to enter our service of Torah, the service where we take the scroll that's 3,500 years old and breathe new life into it. And what Maia is about to do is share the ancient text, but then after she reads both from the Torah and chants from the Torah as well as the Haftarah, she's going to share her own wisdom and show us all how this ancient text can breathe life into our new world. As we do this, I actually want to acknowledge, I have a colleague here who I haven't met yet, and that's Rabbi Andrea. Where are you? Oh, she can't make it. Okay, she's on Zoom. Hold on. There she is. Hello, colleague. Okay. So it's always nice to have rabbinic colleagues and cantorial colleagues in our kahal, in our holy space. And I just wanted to acknowledge how wonderful it is to share this space with you, Andrea. As we take Torah from the Ark, we have some very special helpers who are going to be here, including Tess. Where did Tess go? There she is. Tess and Riley Cutler. Where did Riley? There she is. If the two of you can come forward to open the Ark, we are going to invite the congregation to please rise. And we're in our prayer books on page 244, page 244.
I help.
No problem. Just pull.
In kamocha Elohim Adonai v'in kemasecha malchutecha malchut kol olamim u'memshaltecha bechol dor v'hador Adonai melech Adonai malach Adonai yimloch le'olam va'ed Adonai oz le'amo yitain Adonai yivarech et amo v'shalom Haftarah hamim Hitiv v'tzoncha et Zion Tivnei chomot Yerushalayim Tivnei chomot Yerushalayim Ki becha levad v'tachnu Melech el-ram v'nisa Adon olamim.
Thank you. Tess, you stay here. Riley, you're going to go back to your seat. Thank you so much.
Ki mitzion tetzeh Torah, Ki mitzion tetzeh Torah, Udevar Adonai mirushalayim, Baruch shenatan Torah, Torah, Baruch shenatan Torah, Torah, le'amo Yisrael, b'kedushato.
Our Torah was given as a gift from God to Moses at Mount Sinai. Moses couldn't contain it. He shared it with Joshua, Joshua then with the elders with the prophets, and the prophets with those of the great assembly. Lador, Vador, generation to generation, it came down. And it came down into the arms of Jerry Goldman and Norm Spear and Karen Gauss, to Sarah and Jeff. Today, they're going to come, Maia, into your arms. We know that this Torah also came through Donna Goldman's arms, who can't be here, but we're thinking about her who's in Chicago. But to those names that I didn't mention, if you can come forward. And Graham, we're going to ask you to come as well to celebrate with your family. As we pass Torah down, Lador, Vador. All right, grandparents are going to be closest to me, parents in the middle, and Maia, stand next to your dad, and we'll put your siblings on the end. Great.
You guys scooch down. Scooch down so we can all fit. There you go, buddy.
Can we help me?
Nailed it.
Lador, Vador, Nagid Godlecha, Ulenetzach Netzachim, Ulenetzach Netzachim, Kedushatcha Nahakdish.
Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad, Echad Eloheinu, Gadol Adonenu, Kadosh Shemo.
God Luli Adonai, Tiyune Romema Shemo Yachdav.
Thank you so much, everyone. You can go back to your seats. Thank you so much.
Al Shlosha
Divarim, Al Shosha Divarim, Al Shosha Divarim, Ha'olam, Ha'olam, oh. Please be seated, everyone. Al Shosha Divarim, Al Shosha Divarim, Al Shosha Divarim. Al Shlosha Divarim, Ha'olam, Ha'olam Omed. Al HaTorah, Ve'al HaAvodah, Ve'al Gimilut Chasadim. Al HaTorah, Ve'al HaAvodah, Ve'al Gimilut Chasadim. We are about to surround Maia with a number of people who are so extraordinary. These are those who are participating in an aliyah. Aliyah truly means to ascend. Like when one moves to Israel, they make aliyah. And when one comes up to do a blessing by the Torah, it's a spiritual ascent as well. When we invite you up, you're going to come over to the podium where Cantor Lani is standing. And there is a large sheet where you can do the aliyah from, and then you'll be there for Maia's chanting, and then you'll do the blessing after. So for our first aliyah, we invite forward Uncle Dan Alter.
Baruch Hu Adonai Hamvorach.
Baruch Adonai Hamvarach Alelam Va'ed.
Baruch Adonai, Baruch Atah Adonai, Baruch Adonai Lelam Va'ed. Baruch Atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, asher bachar banu mikol hamim, v'natan lanu et Torato. Baruch Atah Adonai, noten haTorah.
Amen.
Ki tetzei lemilchama al oivecha, untano Adonai, Elohecha be'yadecha, v'shavita shivyoho.
Baruch Atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, asher natan lanu Torah emet, v'chayei olam nata b'tochenu. Baruch Atah Adonai, noten haTorah.
Amen. Yasher Koach. Thank you so much. For our second aliyah, we invite forward Aunt Kate Spear.
Barehu et Adonai Hamvorach.
Baruch Adonai Hamvarach Le'olam Va'ed.
Baruch Adonai Hamvorach Le'olam Va'ed. Baruch Atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, asher bachar banu mikol ha'amim, v'natan lanu et Torato. Baruch Atah Adonai noten haTorah.
Amen.
Amen. V'hesir Haftarah ita b'shivya, v'heshet Vador, Bechashata Ba, Bechachta Leisha.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, asher natan lanu Torat emet, v'chayei olam nata betochenu. Baruch atah Adonai noten haTorah.
Amen. Yasher Koach. Thank you so much. For our third Aliyah, we invite forward Nana Karen Gauss.
Baruch Adonai Hambarach.
Baruch Adonai Hambarach Leolam Va'ed.
Baruch Adonai Hambarach Le'olam Va'ed. Baruch Atah Adonai Eloheinu Melech Olam Asher B'Chabonu Makol Hamid Natan Lanu Et Torto. Baruch Atah Adonai Noten HaTorah.
Amen.
Vahaveta El Tov Chaitecha V'Yiraha Et Rasha Ve'asita Et Ziponeha.
Baruch Atah Adonai Eloheinu Melech Olam Asher Natan Lanu Torah Emet V'Chayei Olam Nota B'Tochenu. Baruch Atah Adonai Noten HaTorah.
Amen. Thank you so much. Yasher Koach. For our fourth Aliyah, we now invite forward Papa Norm Spear.
Baruch atah Adonai Hamvarach.
Baruch Adonai Hambarach Leolam Va'ed.
Baruch Adonai Hamvarach Le'olam Va'ed. Baruch Adonai Hamvarach Le'olam Va'ed. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher bachar banu michol ha'amin v'natan iyanu el torato. Baruch atah Adonai noten haTorah.
Amen.
Amen.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam. Sorry, I'm enjoying this too much.
Vehesira et simlat shivya me'alecha ve'yashva bebetecha uvachta et aviha betima yera yamim v'harken tavoho elecha uvelta v'habeta le'isha.
My turn. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher natan lanu Torat emet v'chayei olam nata botekeyanu. Baruch atah Adonai noten haTorah.
Amen. Yasher Koach. Thank you. For our fifth Aliyah, we now invite forward Papa Jerry and Grammy Donna Goldman.
Baruch Adonai Hamvarach.
Baruch Adonai Hamvarach Leolam Va'ed.
Baruch atah Adonai Hamvarach Le'olam Va'ed. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher bachar banu mikol ha'amim v'natan lanu et torato. Baruch atah Adonai noten haTorah.
Amen.
Very good.
V'hayim lo chafatzta ba, v'shilachta lenafsha, u'motor lo timkarena, v'kasef lo titamer ba'atahat asher inita.
John, ready? Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher natan lanu Torat emet v'chayei olam natan enu. Baruch atah Adonai noten haTorah.
Amen. Yasher Koach. And Donna, we're so glad that you're joined from across the miles in Chicago. For our next Aliyah, we invite forward Sarah and Jeff Goldman. Ya'amdu Sarah bat Nathaniel, Emmanuel, Umasha, V'yagid, Michael, And Graham and Tess, if you can join your parents up here as well.
Graham, come on. Bring Skeletor if you want. Come here, buddy. Come here. Stand mom.
You're supposed to
Can you stand with Maia?
Let's go.
Let's go. That's the long way.
Okay then.
Baruch hu et Adonai hamvarach.
Baruch Adonai hamvarach le'olam va'ed.
Baruch Adonai hamvarach le'olam va'ed. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam. Asher b'charbanu mikol ha'amin v'natan lanu et torato. Baruch atah Adonai noten haTorah.
Amen.
Ki tahiyana lehi shetei nashim. Ha ha tahuva v'cha tzniwa ve'yodu le'havanim. Ha'ahuva ve'hasniwa ve'haya ha'ben ha'chor lasniya.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher natan lanu Torat emet v'chayei olam nata b'tochenu. Baruch atah Adonai noten haTorah.
Amen. Yasher Koach. Why don't you all stay where you are to celebrate with your daughter as we formally call her up, Ta'amod, 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 Habachura, Habat Mitzvah, Margolit Esther, Bat Yagid V'Sara. We now invite Maia Goldman for her aliyah.
Baruch et Adonai hamvarach.
Baruch Adonai hamvarach le'olam va'ed.
Baruch Adonai hamvarach le'olam va'ed. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam. Asher b'charbanu mikol ha'amim. V'natan lanu et torato. Baruch atah Adonai noten haTorah.
Amen.
V'haya v'yom hanhilo et panav et asher yeh lo yuchal levaker et ben ha'ahuva al pnei v'hasniwa ha'vor. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher natan lanu Torat emet v'chayei olam nata b'tochenu. Baruch atah Adonai noten haTorah.
Amen. Yasher Koach. Wow. Maia, that was extraordinary. We're going to lift the scroll up so you can see this section that Maia so beautifully chanted from. And as we lift, we invite all who are able once again to please rise.
Vezot Torah shesam Moshe lifnei bnei Yisrael. Al pi Adonai beyad Moshe.
Yai lai lai lai, yai lai 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 lai, yai lai 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 lai, yai lai lai lai. Yai lai lai lai, yai lai 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 lai, yai lai 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 lai. Yai lai lai lai, yai lai 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 lai, yai lai 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 lai. Yai lai lai lai, yai lai 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 lai, yai. Please be seated, everyone. Thank you, guys. So Maia just chanted from the book of the law, the first 5 books of the Bible. She's going to continue with the section from the prophets, the Haftarah. Our Haftarah portion comes from the prophet Isaiah, who a number of the portions between this time of year and Rosh Hashanah are from Isaiah, and he's comforting the people. He's comforting the people who are in the diaspora, saying and reminding us that things will always be better if we continue to go out and do the right thing. Maia will begin with the blessing before the chanting of Haftarah, and then she'll continue with the portion itself.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher bahar Invim tovim ve'ratzav v'divreihem hane'emarim be'emet Baruch atah Adonai Aboher Batorah U'Moshe Abdo U'Yisrael Amo U'Nvi'ei ha'emet B'tzedek Roni Akara Lo Yalada B'Tzirina Betahali Lo Chala Yirabim B'nei Shomima Mib'nei Behula Amar Adonai Arhi B'Mekom Aholei Beriot Mishkinotayich Natu Altosochi Aharihi Mitorayich Itedotayich Hazeki Ki Aminu Smol Tifrotzi Bezarech Goyim Yirash Be'arim Neshamot Yoshibu Altiri Kilo Tebashi Be'alti Kami Kiblo Tachpiri Ki Boshet Dalumayich Tishkachi Beher Parta Menutayich Lo Tizkeriod Ki Bo Alayich Osayich Adonai Sabaoth Shemo Ego Alech Kedosh Yisrael Elohei Kol ha'aretz yikarei.
So 1 second, that was so beautifully done. Before you do your blessing after, Sarah, I believe we have something that's being handed out, that's being thrown. Okay, so as Maia is chanting the blessing after, you'll notice that little candies are being passed through the congregation. Here are the ground rules. Once Maia finishes the blessing after, everyone has the opportunity to very gently, to very sweetly throw the candies toward Maia, not toward the cantors or me. We'll be off stage, as a way of celebrating. And be aware, even if you think you're throwing it kind of lightly, they tend to have a chance. They tend to go more quickly than you realize. So it's a way of celebrating. Once all the candy is thrown, then those who are young at heart will have the chance to come forward and pick it all up. The reason why we're wearing masks is so that you don't eat it during the service. So put the candy in your pockets and we'll save them for later on. Are you ready, Maia?
Yep.
Go for it.
Baruch
Baruch
atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam Tzur kol haolamim Tzadik bechol hadorot Ha'el ha'ne'eman Ha'omer ve'oseh Ha'medaber mekayem שכל דבריו אמת וצדק, על התורה ועל העבודה ועל הנביאים ועל יום השבת הזה שנתת לנו, אדוני אלוהינו, לקדושה ולמנוחה, להבוד ולתפארת על הכל. אדוני אלוהינו, אנחנו מודים לה ומברכים אותה, יתברך שמך בפי כל חי, תמיד לעולם ועד. ברוך אתה אדוני מקדש השבת.
One second. I know I see a lot of starbursts. Do not throw the starbursts. Throw the jellies. All right, go for it. Come on, pick it up, everyone. Come and get it. Yay!
I definitely had one just hit my face. Thank you. No throwing candy at me while you're up here. There's a bunch of candy back here. Thank you. There's candy. Don't you dare. Here, I'm gonna throw some at you.
Good job.
Maia, you can have a seat.
Yay, thanks. No, okay.
Dear friends, we want to take the joy and the energy that we're feeling and kind of transition that joy into strength. And so we use this moment during the service to offer a prayer for strength and for healing and for wholeness. Again, Maia's given us so much joy today, but there are people in this space and beyond who really could use healing. So as we offer our prayer for healing, it's on page 253, page 253, right in the middle. As we offer our prayer for healing, please think of people that you know who can use an extra prayer at this time. And when we get to the center of the prayer, as my eyes meet yours, don't be shy, share those names out loud so we can hear them and pray together as a community.
Mekor habracha leimotenu, may the source of strength, who bless the ones before us, help us find the courage to make our lives a blessing, and let us say, Amen. Sheberach imotenu, mekor habracha lavotenu. Bless those in need of healing with refuah shlema, the renewal of body, the renewal of spirit. let us say Amen. And let us say Amen.
As we prepare now to place the Torah back into the ark, we turn to page 256, and we're going to invite Riley, Cutler, and Tess, this time joined by Graham, to come forward to open the ark. And we invite all who are able that you please rise once again. Ki lekach tov natati lachem torati al ta'azovu. For I have given you good instruction, do not abandon my Torah. Tess, Maya, why don't you join your family up here? Yeah, open up.
It is a
Tree of life to them that hold fast to it, and all of its supporters are happy. It is a tree of life to them that hold fast to it, and all of its supporters are happy. Shalom, shalom, it is a tree.
Shalom, shalom.
It's not a bush.
Shalom,
Shalom, the tree of life. Shalom, shalom. Eitz Chaim hi lemachazikim ba v'tomhecha. Meushar Eitz Chaim hi lemachazikim ba v'tomhecha. Meushar. Shalom, shalom. Shalom, shalom. Shalom, shalom. Shalom, shalom. Shalom. All right, everyone, hands in the middle, hands in the middle. On the count of three, say Akiva. 1, 2, 3. Akiva! All right. Please be seated, everyone.
This time?
Oh, no, you say.
Oh, okay. Hello, everyone. Welcome, and thank you for joining me for my bat mitzvah. I'm so glad that all of you are able to join me, either by Zoom or in person here at Temple Akiva. I'm here today to talk about what becoming a bat mitzvah means to me. Put simply, it's not just becoming an adult, it's so much more. For instance, I will have more responsibilities, like doing more chores no matter how much I don't want to, and looking after and hanging out with my brother and sister more. The Torah portion that I was given was from the book Deuteronomy, which is the 5th book of Torah. The exact portion is called Ki Tetzeh. In this portion, the children of Israel are crossing the desert for 40 years, and they have almost reached the land of Israel. But before they get there, Moses needs to say something to them because Moses knows that he is slowly dying and wants to give the people advice about how to enter Israel. So he gives them commandments about how to act when they enter, including how to treat other people, being nice, rules about family, and basically just being nice to each other, and the golden rule, which I hope we all know is essentially treating people the way you want to be treated. One verse of the portion states, "Parents shall not be put to death for their children, nor children be put to death for parents. They shall each be put to death only for their own crimes," which pretty much means don't judge someone based on what their family has done. But I was thinking about this, and that really wouldn't make that much sense today. It would, but that's not how they would say it today. So I try to put it in a modern scenario. So pretend you're a kid and you're going to the new neighbor's house, and they have twins who are the same age as you. You meet one of the twins, but they're super annoying and mean and overall a very unlikable person. You then go to meet the other one, but get nervous that they're going to be mean too, which is definitely normal. But you shouldn't judge them immediately based on how their sibling acted. And once you meet the other twin, she's really nice and funny, and you realize that you had nothing to worry about. I know that this isn't always the case, but it shows that if someone's a bad person, it doesn't mean that their family or people that they hang out with are bad too. A rule in my Torah portion that really made me think was simply keep your promises. What I think is intriguing about it is that a rule relevant all those years ago is still applicable today. It's amazing how some things just never change. When I first looked at this Torah portion, when I first looked at this rule, the first thing that came to my mind was at the beginning of each school year, we would make classroom rules, and that would last the whole year. That's basically what Moses was trying to do with his commandments, except those rules obviously lasted a lot longer. In conclusion, I think that it's just wonderful how much things have changed over the years, yet these rules have stayed with us the entire time. Before I end, there are a lot of people that I need to thank, and I made my thank you super long, so you're welcome. First off, thank you, Liz, for helping me with basically my entire Torah portion. She is such a great tutor and so fun to work with. A lot of times we would just talk about our week for at least the first 10 minutes of every tutoring session. I would next like to thank Cantor Lonnie for helping me with my Haftarah and all of my prayers and making sure that the ceremony was perfect. It has been amazing to know you for so long since I've been here. Rabbi, thanks to you as well. When I first looked at this Torah portion, I had no idea what most of it meant. As I said to you, it looked like old-timey speak. But as I wrote my speech, I realized that to understand something, you don't just have to study it over and over. You have to have a special connection to it. So thank you for all of that. I would now like to thank the Sisterhood and the Brotherhood for the beautiful Kiddush cup and the Tanakh. Now I would like to thank all of my Hebrew school teachers for teaching me basically everything I know about Judaism today. And on behalf of all of my classmates, I would like to say thank you so much for putting up with us. And next, I need to thank Randy for being an amazing religious school director for as long as I've been here. I'd now like to thank all of my Hebrew school classmates for being my friends and just helping me become a better person throughout all of these years, and attempting not to annoy the Hebrew school teachers, which we failed at miserably. To my friends who have always been there through almost every important moment in my social and personal life, thank you too. You guys are just amazing people. Next, I would like to thank all of my family who drove and flew here or on Zoom from all across the US. And thank you for loving me and caring about me so much. I love you all so much. I'd most importantly like to thank my immediate family, Tess and Graham. No matter how much it seems I don't want to hang out with you, which is most of the time your fault, I will always love you and want to be with you. To my parents, Mom and Dad, who I always want to hang out with, thank you so much for raising me and feeding me and just doing everything to make sure that I do well in school and life in general. Thank you for being the best parents that I could ever hope for. To Grammy Donna and Papa Jerry, and to Nana Karen and Papa Norm, thank you for being the best grandparents that a girl could ask for, and teaching me the values of kindness, perseverance, and a love for learning. To Great Grandma Jean, thank you for the beautiful talit that I'm wearing today, which you wore when you were bat mitzvahed. Where is she? On Zoom. It means so much to me to carry on that tradition. Lastly, I would like to thank my great-grandmother, Grace Gowes, or as I called her, Gigi. She was looking forward to my bat mitzvah so much. Unfortunately, she passed away a little over a year ago. I miss her so much, but I'm happy because I know that she's here watching me right now. And now that we have reached the end of my speech, I would just like to say thank you all again for joining me today for this glorious occasion. You all mean the world to me, and I'm so happy that I get to spend my bat mitzvah with all the people that care about me and that I care about. And that concludes my speech.
Sarah, Jeff, why don't you come forward?
Maia. I'm so proud of how well you did up here today, as well as last night's Shabbat, where we named Graham his Hebrew name after your Grammy Marsha, which is so special for all of us. Oh. Very, very proud of the wonderful young woman you've become. Never going to get through this, so just don't look at me. You're kind, mature, and usually very responsible. And just so you all know, Maia did study for all of this with her team by herself. She kept the appointments in person, over Zoom. She did it all while we fed her, apparently. You did everything perfectly. You you took this challenge and just absolutely attacked it in your beautiful, powerful way, and it was just a beautiful, beautiful day. And not only did you accomplish what you've shown us today, but you managed to get straight A's in school, thrive in all of your clubs and commitments, and create beautiful relationships with all of your friends. I'm in awe of you, and I could not be more proud. I know you will do great things in your life. I've always described you as the happiest person I know because of your big, beautiful smile and even bigger heart. I can't think of a better person to lead the kid brigade in our home. You've taken your role as big sister and truly run with it. From the old Santa Monica preschool gymnastics and swimming days with Tess, and I basically just signed them up as twins. And then you've always just been a leader and an asset to your class and teachers. And then you're always just helping with a smile for everything that you need to do for Graham. And it just reminds me of what I used to do for your aunt and uncle, Kate and Ben. Ben, we wish you were with us today too. You're not only Graham's big sister, but you're his second mama, babysitter, friend, playmate, nanny, overall, just huge help. I literally could not do this without you. And you all know it. I will keep it short and sweet, but know that it boggles my mind that 13 years has gone by so fast. You'll always be my little cutie pie in a little purple stroller with your little hair quips. You made me a mom, and I'm forever grateful for this seriously awesome kid that I got.
Maia, Maia, Maia. You guys know her as Maia, but we know her as Maia McGillicuddy Monkey Toes III. Like Mom, I was going to start out by saying how proud we all are of you, but the fact is we're always proud of you, just like we're always proud of Tess, and we're always proud of Graham. Today's no different. So what I wanted to do today is talk about the present, the past, and the future, okay? Let's start with the present. We're so fortunate to be here with you today as you read from the Torah, and how lucky we are that we can all safely be together with our family and our friends, some here in the garden of this awesome temple that has taken us in, some by Zoom, watching online, but who are, of course, with us in every meaningful way. That includes Grandma Donna, it includes great-grandma Jean, who at 95 gets to be at her great-granddaughter's bat mitzvah, watching her read from the Torah in her own talit. It's amazing. There are also uncles, aunts, cousins, and so many others who love you and embrace you. How lucky we are to witness you embrace your Jewish identity and solidify your place in and commitment to our wonderful culture and history. No matter where you go in life, you will always be near people who share this heritage and this amazing connection, and you will be home. Now let's talk about the past. When you came into this world, we knew you were a fighter. After all, you came out with the umbilical cord tied around your neck 3 times. No big deal. But what we couldn't immediately know is how quickly what we couldn't immediately know, but we quickly came to learn is that you're so friendly You're empathetic. You're smart. You're witty. You have great taste in entertainment. Everything from Stranger Things to my awesome dad jokes. Maya, do you want to hear a dad joke?
Not really.
Maya, what happened when the vampire turned 13?
I don't know.
She had a bat mitzvah.
Oh boy.
And
You
don't,
said no dad jokes.
I lied. And don't get me started on her cuteness in the past. This is a child who, when she was 2 years old, literally stopped traffic in Santa Monica because people would scream from their windows after screeching to a halt in their car about how cute you were in your pink tutu. Mom and I have had the great pleasure of watching you blossom into a strong young person with a bond to your history culminating in your bat mitzvah today. As for those who aren't with us any longer, but are with us in our hearts, grabbing Marcia, Gigi, GP, Grandpa Mort, whose tie I'm wearing today, and others, all of whom are so, so proud of you. Now let's talk about the future. The future is bright for you, and it will remain bright if you continue to embrace the things that matter and that you've shown that you care so deeply about. Faith in your family, strong and honest friendships. Those are very, very important. My best friend from when I was 5 years old is here today.
Me too.
Sarah's best friend from her childhood, Jeremy, is here today as well. Common sense. Maya, common sense. A love for learning and growth and reading. And we know that you love reading because I'm always getting Kindle e-receipts at 2 o'clock in the morning. Creativity and crafting, and a love for the arts. Maya, if you keep doing what you're doing and clearly visualize your goals and continuously strive for them, there's nothing you can't do, and Mom and I are behind you 100%. So to conclude, last night I looked up bat mitzvah on Wikipedia, that great bastion of Judaica, and here's what it said. According to Jewish law, before children reach a certain age, the parents are responsible for their child's actions. Once Jewish children reach that age, they are said to become a bar or bat mitzvah, at which point they begin to be held accountable for their own actions. Traditionally, the father of a bar or bat mitzvah offers thanks to God that he is no longer punished for his child's sins. Now, I'd say thanks, but I've got other eggs and I'm not counting those chicken until they hatch. We love you so much, Maya. You may be an adult before the eyes of God, but you're always going to be our little monkey toes. We love you.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Maya, how are you doing?
Oh, very relieved.
Very relieved. We're going to do this again next week, okay? No, all right.
No.
I want you to just take a moment to look at everyone who's here.
Hi, Cass.
And look at the gallery screen and just see the people who are here watching you from home. We're all surrounding you with so much love and so much joy. Maya, I noticed something when you walked in today, that you have a necklace with a turtle on it. And that's such a significant kind of message. I wrote my rabbinic thesis on animal fables in Judaism, and the turtle was a favorite animal because it was a symbol of the children of Israel slowly coming across the desert. And in your Devar Torah, in your speech about your Torah portion, you mentioned that Moses still had more to share with the children of Israel before they entered the land. It's important in life at times to be like that turtle that you're wearing, to go slowly, to not take life too quickly, to stop, to breathe, and to be able to listen to that advice, whether it's advice from our text from Moses, or advice from just watching the beauty of nature and the birds flying, and listening to the frogs, and listening to the voice of your brother. There's wisdom in all of it, but that turtle is a reminder to just slow down. And what you did for us today was you gave all of us that gift. Our lives are so busy, but being here together at this place, at this time, with these people, reminded us to pause and to gather in the goodness that we so often take for granted. Maia, during our meetings, which I loved so much, you asked me, Rabbi, do you believe in God? And I told you that I would get back to you on this. The answer is yes, of course. I shouldn't say of course, but I do believe in God, but it's not necessarily the same theology that we might read about in every page of Torah or in every page of Jewish history. My theology comes from Martin Buber, who taught that God exists when people share an encounter that's so awesome that they might get goosebumps feeling the connection. Maia, I would imagine that every person that heard you today at one point in the service felt that sense of goosebumps and experienced God. I certainly did. I know your parents did. And if there's ever a question as to where God is, all we need to do is slow down and be in the moments which you allowed us to be, and God will be here. So thank you for bringing God into our space. You are an affirmation over and over that we are embraced by divine holiness, and we are so very proud of you today. I know that both Cantor Lonnie and Cantor Liz have some words they want to share as well.
So Maia, I definitely felt those goosebumps today. Your beautiful voice helped each and every one of us soar to the heavens. We were spiritually elevated because of the incredible job that you did today. And it's been a journey. It wasn't so easy at first. I remember when we were in master prayer class together in the first year, and we were missing a lot of prayers and we were behind. And look at what you've accomplished. Look, I don't mean to call you out, but I wanted to show everyone how someone can go from struggling at first to doing the most extraordinary job in the end. So you caught up. Not only did you catch up, but look what you did today. You did such a beautiful job. Your prayers were extraordinary. Your Torah, your Haftarah, everything was so beautiful. You worked so hard to make sure that this was a special day for yourself and for each and every one of us. And we are so proud of the journey that you've taken and the incredible job that you did today. Mazel tov.
Thank you.
I'm a little shorter. Maia, I am so proud of you. As Cantor Lonnie said, this was a journey, and I am so grateful that we started on that journey together all those months ago. You made our lessons fun. It wasn't just me. It was both of us. And we studied and learned together. And when I think of you, I think of two things. I think of joy, and I think of inspiration. The joy is your smile, your friendliness, everything you do for all these people here. And the inspiration is your artistic spirit, the soul within you, and the drive to do this amazing accomplishment. You worked so hard. I'm so proud of you. Mazel tov.
Thank you.
We're going to ask Maia for your parents to come forward along with your brother and sister again. And they're going to take your great-grandmother's talit and they're going to hold it over your head as cantorial intern Liz, Cantor Lonnie, and I offer you a very special blessing. So take it and hold it over her, kind of like a chuppah.
Can we hold this?
Ooh. There you go. I think the bug wants to be part of our.
Oh. Wow,
our song.
that's quite a bug. There we go.
Yevarechecha Adonai ve'yishmerecha.
May God bless you and keep you away from this bug. Wow. Okay.
Ya'er Adonai panav elecha vichuneka.
May God's light shine upon you and be gracious unto you.
Yisod Adonai panav elecha ve'asem lecha shalom. Shalom.
May God's light always shine upon you, dear Maia, and grant you the most precious blessing, the blessing of shalom, of peace. Amen. Family hug, everyone.
Hi, Grammy. Been a big group hug.
All right, let's place the talit back on Maia's shoulders. Maia, you stay there. Mom and Dad have a seat. And it's an honor, if everyone can look at the screen, it's an honor to welcome, representing our congregation, member of our board of directors of the synagogue, Andrew Lackman. Andrew, it's so good to see you here. Shabbat Shalom. And Andrew, there we go.
There we go. I am unmuted. I'll be right back. All right. Thank you. First of all, Shabbat Shalom. And on behalf of the board of directors, I want to wish everyone, welcome to everyone to Temple Akiba's Shabbat service and the bat mitzvah of Maia Goldman. Excuse me, Maia, you did an amazing job. You led the service beautifully and with confidence. I loved your speech. Particularly the part about what it meant to you, judging others, although I will share with you that I'm 51 and I still hate doing the chores too. So that never ends, but it can make a lot of people around you very happy to have that order in your life. So sometimes it can still be worth it. You're a blessing to your family, and I'm honored to present the certificate of bat mitzvah to you. And let you know that also in your honor, we have planted a tree in Israel in honor of this occasion. And it's my hope that when you reflect back on your bar and bat mitzvah, years from now, you will know that that tree is still there, growing with deep roots and growing strong, just like you. So mazel tov again to you and your family. And congratulations, and for everyone coming together. I wish I could have been there in person to extend this as well. But it was a beautifully done service, and you did a fantastic, flawless job.
Thank you so much, Andrew. Our synagogue is certainly so strong through you and your family, and we appreciate your leadership. Shabbat Shalom. And Maia, we also want to present to you the Kiddush cup that Linda Park presented online last night. So this is the gift from our sisterhood. Treasure it and use it at every family event that you can. We have one additional honor. I'm going to open this just a crack. Every person who becomes a bar or bat mitzvah at Temple Akiba signs our Lador Vador scroll. Let me show you what this looks like. It says in Hebrew, Orenu me'ir tov yoter yachad, which means our light shines brighter together. That's our temple motto. And this was a scroll commissioned for us by Mordechai Rosenstein, a renowned Jewish artist. And it's got beautiful, beautiful calligraphy and color all over the outside, but it's blank in the middle. And everyone who becomes a bar mitzvah or a bat mitzvah has the opportunity to sign it. So let's just open here. The last bar mitzvah, of course, was Nate Josephson just last week. And see, you are going to be right underneath Nate. Oops, there you go. And today's date. Everyone say Mazel Tov. Terrific. Friends, we come now to our concluding prayers. It begins with the Aleinu. Back in our prayer book on page 282, we ask that you please rise once again.
Aleinu leshabeach ladon hakol, latet gedula leotzer breshit, shelo asanu kigoye haratzot, velo samanu kimishpachot ha'adama, shelo sam chelkenu kahem, vegor aleinu kechol hamonam. ואנחנו קוראים ומשתחווים ומודים לפני מלך מלכי המלכים הקדוש ברוך הוא ונאמר והיה אדוני למלך על כל הארץ ביום ההוא יהיה אדוני אחד, ושמו אחד.
Let's remain standing, everyone. Turning to page 291, I share a reading by Chana Senesh as we prepare for the mourner's Kaddish. It's at the bottom of the page. There are stars up above so far away we only see their light long, long after the star itself is gone. And so it is with people that we loved. Their memories keep shining ever brightly, though their time with us is done. But the stars that light up the darkest night, these are the lights that guide us. As we live our days, these are the ways we remember. At this time, we remember very special people who have died, who truly are here shining upon this space, including Sarah's grandparents, Gertrude and Morris Cozen. We remember Lester and Roz Spear, Grace and Robert Gause, Jeff's grandparents, Edna and Robert Goldman, and Mort Schur. May their memories guide us always with goodness and with love. They truly make this space even holier. On page 294, we say together, Yitgadal v'yitkadash shemei Rabbah, v'yalmad divrach churutei v'yamlich malchutei, v'chayechon uv'yomechon, uv'chayei dechol beit Yisrael, Bagalau v'izman kariv imru amen. Yehi shmei Rabbah mevarach le'olam u'amei Maia. Yitbarach v'yishtabach, v'yitba'ar v'yitramam v'yitnaseh, v'yitadar v'yitalev v'yitalal, shemei d'kudasha b'richu. Le'elam min kol birchata v'shirata, tushbechata v'nechemata. Damiran bi'alma v'imru amen. Yehi shlama Rabbah min Shemaya, v'chayim, aleinu v'al kol Yisrael v'imru amen. Oseh shalom b'mromav, v'yaseh shalom, aleinu v'al kol Yisrael v'imru amen. May the one who creates peace in the high heavens help us understand that by reaching out to one another, we create peace on earth as well. For all Israel and for all humanity, we say,
Amen.
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 We're going to ask if you're able to remain standing, but to put your prayer books down. Cantor, what are we going to close with this morning?
We are going to close with the singing of O Shalom. It's the last few lines of the prayer that we just said. This has a lot of hand clapping, so we hope that you can clap along with all of us. Oseh shalom bimromav, hu yaseh shalom aleinu. Oseh shalom bimromav, hu yaseh shalom aleinu.
Goldman family, join your daughter.
Oseh shalom bimromav, hu yaseh Shalom bimromav, hu yaseh shalom aleinu. Oseh shalom bimromav, hu yaseh shalom aleinu. Oseh shalom bimromav, hu yaseh shalom aleinu. Yaseh shalom, yaseh shalom, shalom aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael. Yaseh shalom, yaseh shalom, shalom aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael. Yaseh shalom, yaseh shalom, shalom aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael. Yaseh shalom, yaseh shalom, shalom aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael.
Everyone, to one another, we say Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat
Shalom. And to Maia, we say Mazel Tov. But don't go, hold on. Don't go anywhere just yet. I think there's challah around here somewhere, but it's out there. We're going to do a motzi in here. Graham, can you help us out? I heard this was a special job for you.
Oh, no, not yet. Wait till come here. Wait over here.
He's singing it, yeah. Well, oh, thank you, Randy. All right. Yeah, good. So we have to make sure we hear that. Graham, here. There's the challah. Let's do it.
We give thanks to God for it. Our voices join in happy chorus as our parents humbly said, Baruch atah Eloheinu melech haolam, hamotzilim and miharas
Potato.
Potato at the end, right? Shabbat Shalom, everyone.
It's obviously potato. Thank you. Yeah. Kiddush coffee.
I feel me.
Very relieved. Yeah. Relieved and my feet hurt. So yeah.
My feet also hurt. I have blisters tonight.
It's a kiddush cup. Candy. Take it.
No, I don't want it. I don't like the food taste.
I'm a fine feeling this.
Right?
I can feel it. How are you feeling with this?
Hello, I'm gonna give